Hey, Duff here. Yes, I look strange. I look strange because I'm trying to do something different on this ride. Quick ride to Dunkin Donuts. I am going to be trying to film in 360. I'm going to film just one way in 360. That'll be enough, 360. I want to film in 360 to Dunkin Donuts and use my GoPro 7 as the audio source, and I'll also be filming conventionally with GoPro 7, but we'll see how this goes. We just have to like kind of run continuously, so we need to do a time sync. Marty taught me this. Sync. That's where we're going to be syncing our time. GoPro 7 is going to be running the whole time. Sometimes it might just be hanging down my sides and recording, but I just need to keep the sound going. And I'm going to have, hopefully, this camera on my head running the entire time as well. When I did this at the swamp, I had some mixed success. The one time I lost a big clip on the 360 after letting it run for an extended period of time, so hopefully that does not happen again. And I have to remember I have a tall thing on my head, so I need to duck. We are taking the Sherman with the newly added RGB lighting. Whoa. You may notice I have a different battery bank in there right now. That's because the one I set it up with originally was almost dead because I left it plugged in overnight, and even though the lights were off, it still was energizing the controller, so it was using power. So I'm using another battery bank today, and I 3D printed a little TPU stop just to keep it from coming out, but it is kind of tight in there, so I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not putting the seat on today because this is going to be a quick ride, I hope. I have my my Garmin GPS on to track speed, and yeah, let's go. Hopefully my head is rolling. I just need to make sure. It would suck if. Let's just make sure. Are we recording? Yes, it says we're recording. So everybody that wanted to experience what a Dunkin Donut ride is like, this is your opportunity in 360. Let's see how this goes. I have various things I can talk about along the way here while I have this ride running non-stop. Today is my last day of vacation. So that's bad news, but the good news is I only have a 3-day work week because I'm off on Friday for New Year's. So that's nice. Okay, got that on there. So yeah, that's nice. Can never be sad about short work weeks. Now I have noticed, and this is something new to me, oh, and with my gear, I'm sorry, I should talk about this. I am wearing, for the first time on the road, my Elliott shin guards, knee/shin guards. Very expensive piece of safety equipment that I got for Christmas. So, glad I got those. And we got a decent amount of traffic here. I think we can beat this car. In 360, you can see how close I was to getting smashed. Not that close. So yeah, I got the Elliott shin guards now. Definitely take longer to attach than my my other knee pads that I have been wearing for the last few years, but not terrible. And it definitely does give me a lot more protection than I used to. All right, my GPS is up. Might as well start the timer. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, the last day of my extended Christmas weekend. I'm the type of person, I always have kind of Christmas remorse. After Christmas, I always have kind of like a letdown a day or two after Christmas. And it felt like yesterday was more severe than Saturday for whatever reason. I was just feeling really down in the dumps, just kind of grumpy. And it's also the time of month when usually like the week prior to the moon being its fullest, has a history of really affecting my mood negatively. And by saying affecting my mood negatively, hopefully you can hear me, it's very windy. I just basically everything sucks. You know, I'm just not happy with the world, and there's not much that can get me out of it. And yeah, yesterday combined with the post-Christmas doldrums, mentally I was not in a good place. But I did put the RGB lights on the Sherman yesterday. So if you want to see what those look like from the front, that's what they look like from the front. And from the back, that's what they look like. Definitely makes me more visible, for sure. Even traveling 31.6 miles an hour. So I had a couple other things yesterday that contributed to my negative mood. One of those was the Philadelphia Eagles and their game against the Cowboys. You know, the Eagles needed help to get into the playoffs. Not only did they need to win their last 2 games, but the Redskins would have had to lose their last 2 games. Now, the Eagles played the Redskins in the last game, so they had control over that, but they did not have control over how the Redskins did yesterday. Luckily, the Redskins lost. Not so luckily, the Eagles got hammered by the Cowboys. Final score was 37-13, or 37-14, yeah. No, I'm sorry, it was 37-17. And just to give you a perspective on how shitty it was, the Eagles were ahead 14-3. Scored 3 points the rest of the game, while the Cowboys scored 34 points. So yeah, that game was pretty sad. Jalen Hurts did not have as strong of a performance as he has in prior games, for sure. And statistically, he wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't great. And I wrote about this in my blog. I just felt all kinds of depressed about not only how the Eagles are playing on the field, like their secondary. Get this, the Cowboys, well, we're talking about their offense first. The Cowboys had the 32nd rated defense in the league. And for those of you that don't know, the NFL has 32 teams. So they were the worst statistical defense in the league. And the Eagles basically were shut out for almost 3 quarters after scoring those early 14 points. So, yeah, it was so disappointing. And defensively, the Eagles were awful. Their secondary is so bad. They, I mean, their starters weren't good, but the starters are hurt, so now they have their backups, and the backups are even worse than the starters. So Andy Dalton just ripped them up, totally ripped them up. So, like I said, the Eagles have one more game against the Redskins. You know, I don't give a shit if they win or lose. Really, actually, it sounds blasphemous, but I actually would prefer that the Eagles lost to the Redskins so the Redskins get into the playoffs and not the Cowboys. That's how much I dislike the Cowboys, so yeah. Who knows what's going to happen in the offseason? I assume they're going to have Jalen Hurts start the last game, but depending on how he does there, you know, it may make it less clear. It seemed like there's all this momentum that, hey, Carson Wentz is old news and Jalen Hurts is the future. Well, I'm not so sure about that. So it's going to be a very interesting offseason to see what happens with the Eagles quarterback position. You know, as much as Carson has frustrated me with his performance over the years, you know, up and down performance, he's a good guy, and I genuinely felt bad for him the last 3 games, carrying the clipboard, trying to be a cheerleader. You know, he's been putting up a good face, but I'm sure it has to be embarrassing for him to be sitting on the bench, without a doubt. Are you still recording? We are, good, great. So, yep, Eagles game added to my depression. Another thing I wasn't happy about was last week, late last week, well, no, I guess mid last week, because I did it before Christmas. I had an impulse buy, and impulse buys with me can be dangerous, where I spend large amounts of money without a lot of thought ahead of time. I've had several impulse buys with EUCs, as has been well documented on my channel. And this time I didn't spend as much as an EUC, but it was definitely an impulse buy of more than $700. I bought a 3D scanner for myself. It's like a little turntable deal that has a camera that goes up and down on a screw. I think the area that it's supposed to be able to scan is something like 7 inches wide by 9 inches tall. And my thought at the time, when I did the impulse buy, was, hey, I can use this in my 3D store. You know, like if there's some oddball EUC parts that I can't design, I could just scan them, right? Just scan them and pull them in, and bam, I got 3D printed EUC parts, no problem, no bubbles, no troubles. So I got the scanner yesterday, set it up. They give you like a little opaque rubber ducky basically to use as a test. And I went through the recommended test procedures, got it scanned in, and the model looked okay, it didn't look bad. So after I did that, I grabbed a few more objects and tried to scan them in. I tried to scan in like one of my stand sides. I tried to scan in a little car. I tried to scan in a little stuffed animal, something else too. I tried to scan like probably half a dozen things. And every single one of them looked like shit. Really looked like shit. And when you dig into it, there's a ton of restrictions when you're trying to use a 3D scanner like that. The thing that you're scanning cannot be reflective whatsoever. If it's reflective, it screws up the scan and you wind up having holes in the scan. You can't have something too big, obviously. The lighting in the environment has to be just right. Again, it can cause reflection, it can cause distortion. And any little distortion like that, and your scan does not look good at all. Now, the rubber duck that they sent you was very carefully selected because it was a matte finish and did not reflect light whatsoever. So when you read the instructions, it says, okay, well, you know, if you have problems with stuff being shiny or too reflective, man, it's hard to be talking all this time with the wind shoving down my throat. It said if you have something that's too reflective, you can dull the finish. You can coat it with talcum powder. You can spray it with matte spray paint. You can do all these things to make it more dull. And I quickly came to realize that this was going to be much more trouble than it's worth, and it was not going to give me satisfying results. And I already felt guilty about spending the money. Hey, there's that rake again. I already felt guilty about spending the money. So I decided, screw it, box the whole thing back up and send it back to Amazon. Probably had it out of the box for all of 3 hours. And I was done with it. So yeah, that added to my bad mood as well, but at least I had a happy ending. At least I sent it back. And I'm gonna put the camera down, but still record, just to save my voice a little bit. So I had another impulse buy, sort of. Well, yeah, it was, without a doubt, today. Christmas is the time of impulse buys for me. I documented how my GoPro 8, my brand new GoPro 8, was already annoying me because it was exhibiting some of the similar lockup behavior, meaning it would just decide it doesn't want to turn on or off in certain situations, that my GoPro 7 did. And I found it annoying. So this morning, my impulse buy brain was thinking to myself, hey, I just returned a $700 item. I just got this email from GoPro about a special bundle deal on the GoPro 9. Yeah.
I bought a GoPro 9 bundle. Now, it's not totally crazy. The GoPro 9 has a bunch of nice features. It has a front-facing screen that makes it very easy in selfie mode, like I'm shooting right now, to see what I'm framing. It brings back the detachable lens cover, which is something they removed on the GoPro 8. Meaning if you scratch the lens on a GoPro 8, you're shit out of luck. It's back on the GoPro 9. Has better smoothing, has a bunch of other stuff. Better battery life, supposedly. So yeah, now I have a GoPro 9 coming. So yeah, it was an impulse buy, yeah. It's kind of silly, but I've been known for doing silly things now and then. And if I want to look at it from an adult perspective, it means that at least I can write that off as an end-of-year business expense, more equipment. Write that stuff off as a business expense, so yeah, got a GoPro 9 coming. What am I going to do with the GoPro 8? I don't know. Might keep it. Might give it away. I don't know. We'll see. It could be a giveaway for my 10,000 subscriber gala event, which hopefully will be happening soon. They're so bright, even though it's the middle of the day, they're quite visible. All right, let's get off. We're getting off. So those of you in the 360 view, hopefully you took that opportunity to look around and experience what it's like riding next to 3 lanes of relatively busy traffic down here in Southwest Florida. I always look forward to getting to this section of the ride because I'm on path the rest of the way to Dunkin Donuts. Not nearly as dangerous. Speaking of dangerous, like I mentioned, I have my new Lead pads on. I have my upper body armor on. So ding ding for safety. Now, I'm going to get negative points from the safety police because I'm wearing a skater helmet. And slow down for the mud. Oh boy. Go through the mud. Hopefully it didn't get too much on the lights. Probably did. Yeah, wearing the skater helmet. Reason being, it's the only helmet that I have this mount on for the head. I didn't feel like screwing into my expensive Scorpion helmet, which is what I would normally wear when I'm doing an afternoon Dunkin Donuts ride. So yeah, that's the reason I'm wearing the skater helmet. So not ideal, but I'm doing my best to not impact my head in a way that a full face helmet would save me. Safety first, right? So have you guys heard anything good about the Monster Pro? I sure haven't. Yeah, let's see the Cliff Notes versions. EVX says it's too sluggish. V's demo unit, the bearings were bad within 7 miles. I saw a video or a picture. I saw a picture of someone that supposedly dropped the Monster Pro going about 15 miles an hour, and the case was all screwed up. Really took a lot of damage for a relatively slow crash, which is not surprising. Looks like they moved forward the fragility of the case, which has been one of the big complaints about the Monster series for a long time. With the biggest and heaviest wheel that the company makes, they use the shittiest materials for the shell. Really the only wheel that I'm aware of that Gotway's made that people haven't complained about the shell is the Nikola. Why they wouldn't use a similar substance for the Monster Pro shell, I don't know. Glad I didn't order one, I'll tell you that much. So as you look around here, we're going past the Naples Community Hospital if you're in 360. That's where I went when I had my Bell's palsy episode, when I was a little concerned that I was suffering a stroke last year. Was it last year or 2018? I think it might have actually been 2018 now. I don't know. All the years blend together when you're as old as I am. This construction fence you see here, this is for a new project that actually is I'm going to be involved in. They're building a new government building right here that's going to have primarily our staff there, but also other local government agencies, local county agencies. It's going to probably be the biggest project that I've been involved with, so that will be a good portion of my 2021. Now when I go this way, this back way here, it is not the most direct way to get to Dunkin' Donuts, obviously. It's just a little scenic, gives me a little break. Gives me an opportunity to do something other than go straight as an arrow, which is one thing you do a lot of down here in Southwest Florida. The majority of the roads are just intersecting straight lines. Far, far different than what I'm used to growing up in Pennsylvania. It'd be pretty cool if this works. I'm skeptical if it will. Past some very broken glass. Luckily, I think I missed the biggest pieces of it. Okay, again here I opt to turn into this relatively new development here, just to avoid traffic. I think some people think I like riding in traffic. I really don't. It's just, I don't know. If I want to ride from my house, oh, if the Sherman only had suspension. If I wanted to ride from the house, this is the way I gotta go. I'm already thinking about when I want to do my next commute to work on the Sherman. This is the weather that I like to do it in, so once you hit dry season, so should be coming up. How's my USB power bank look back there? Yeah, this one definitely isn't ideal because it's white, so it sticks out like a sore thumb, but it's fine. It's a Sherman. It's not supposed to be beautiful, right? Esplanade Golf and Country Club. It's a very beautiful part of the ride here. And we got a truck and a landscaping truck partially blocking my way. So let's get across here quickly. There's a car if you look to the right. But with the Sherman, I was through there with time to spare. I can tell with these knee/shin guards that they do kind of want to start sliding down over time. I know that Marty posted a video not too long ago of like a modification, kind of adding another hole to adjust the straps here so it kind of goes up over the calf a little bit more, so it's less likely to slide down your leg. It's not real bad, but it is, I can feel it's moving a little bit on me. And it's not like I have monster calves to support it. We're almost there, guys. I neglected to start darkness spot, unfortunately, but that's fine. I can tell you that I've been trucking probably right around 30 miles an hour for the majority of this ride. This will be my second time visiting Dunkin' Donuts today. I was here earlier with Sadie and Elsa. Wave hi to him. Hi, buddy. Hi. Here we are. If the camera worked, you have experienced a full ride to Dunkin Donuts in 360. And to be quite honest, I don't think any of the various people that I've ridden with have ever done this ride with me. I don't think, unless my memory is failing me, which is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. But here you go, you made it. So I think I'm going to turn off the 360 camera, and we will continue on with the GoPro footage, and we'll see if we can make it all work. Hope you guys had fun. If you like these 360 videos, let me know. There's lots of cool places I can take you. And we can experience them together, virtually. Looks like 30 minutes. I've been recording on the GoPro for 30 minutes, exactly, so good deal. I'm not 100% sure that 360 capture worked or not. When I went to stop it, it just kind of hung for a while. It eventually turned off. But that's similar behavior to what I had when I lost the footage at the swamp. So just for the hell of it, I turned it back on. The 360 camera is running again, just so I have some 360 footage. And I'm not worried about a voice sync on that part, but we'll see what happens. It's annoying. I don't know why it is. I have such an issue with cameras just kind of like flaking out on occasion. I would say it's the heat in Florida, but it's not that hot today. It's in the 70s. So I don't know. So let's ride back. So I'm obviously on my new spiked pedals as well. Very comfortable. Feet feel secure. Grip tape installation was a success. And what was I going to say? Coffee is good. Maybe that was it. What I was going to say was the battery bank in there seems fine. Haven't heard it rattling around. Lights are still working just fine. Since today is a work day, I'd like to get home before rush hour traffic. It's, I don't know what time it is. I forgot my phone. It's probably 3:45 maybe. 4 o'clock. Let's go, bitch. This guy in the car here was trying to covertly take video or a picture of me so it wouldn't be too obvious. But I sniffed him out. Back on the Mockley Road. If you watch in 360 at this point of the video, had a guy in a van, got a little close for comfort there. Hard to guess, probably looking at his phone. Because that's just what people do, right? Oh man, Cindy's gonna be pissed I forgot my phone. She's not gonna know where I am. Uh-oh. So one of the good things about recording 360 this way is I don't have the external mic rig on top of the camera. You know, which depending on the angle, you guys could always see the red cord from the external mic rig. There's nothing there now, so it should be clean as a whistle. One thing I'm also hoping is the 360 footage on this ride will be more clear, less grainy as some parts of the swamp ride, because you know you have all that vegetation in close proximity in the swamp ride. It's a lot after, you know, video compression kicks in. So I'm thinking, since this is more of an open environment, that the picture quality will actually be better. Can't see it, it's a few hundred yards behind me, but we just passed that new Dunkin Donuts that I talked about is being built. Originally they said, yeah, it should be open by Thanksgiving. The outside of it looks 100% done. It looks done. And the latest thing I heard was, oh yeah, it should open up right after the New Year. And I had to run to the grocery store on Christmas Eve. So I parked right in front of it and peeked in the windows. And like I said, if you were you know, 50 feet from this place, you would swear it was open, ready to go. I walk up and I stick my face against the glass. It's heavily tinted glass, so you can't really see inside. The floor is bare dirt. Bare dirt. There's nothing inside at all yet. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be opening up right after the new year, unless there's some act of God where they can get it all done in a week or so. So yeah, they must have had some permitting issues. That's my guess. At this point, I'm about a mile from the house. Feet feel great. Yeah, my feet were feeling good on the pedals before adding the Merlin Fish spike pedals, but I can report that they feel equally good now. Yeah, no problem whatsoever after over 20 miles of riding. So that was an unexpected benefit of the Sherman. I did not expect to have significantly less foot pain riding the Sherman than a lot of my other wheels. I am home, and the Prius is in the driveway, which means Katie and baby DJ are here. It's a great way to finish up my long Christmas weekend, right? All right, let's. I'm amazed that I've been able to remember to duck as much as necessary. So let's see if is the 3D camera still shooting? That is the question. Well, it's flashing red. So now let's see, does it actually stop? Okay, it did. Yeah, see, I'm worried that the ride there did not work correctly because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to stop immediately and show you the saving dialogue, and I did not get that, so I'm gonna be pissed. I bet the ride there did not work, but at least I got the ride back, right? Oh wow, yeah, it's taking a long time, as you would expect. All right, let's park this right here for a second so you can admire the flashing lights, which Mickey dislikes so much, but oh well. Luckily, it's my wheel, not Mickey's, right? Okay. You gonna stay there? I'm ready to catch you if you're not. Okay, it's kind of close. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up. Interesting ride. It'll be interesting to see what footage I did and did not get on that ride. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, if you enjoy 3D content, let me know and I'll make more of it. You know, it's more tedious, but it's not a huge deal. I'm happy to do it for you guys if you do enjoy it. I think that's going to wrap it up. It's going to wrap it up for my 5-day weekend, and looking forward to my 3-day work week. So if this is your first time visiting the channel, please think about subscribing. Help me get to 10,000 subscribers. I am on the doorstep. I'm so close, guys. So close. And if you do hit that subscribe button, hit that notify bell over there, because then you'll get notified of all future videos, because you don't want to not know about a video, right? If you like this video, you can also help me just by simply liking the video. That helps me in the YouTube algorithms. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. What did you think of, if you're watching this in 360, how did you like the 360 experience riding to Dunkin Donuts? What do you think of those cool lights? It's bright outside and you can see them clear as day. It's kind of cool, right? Imagine what it looks like at night. I can't wait to do a night ride and take a camera along, see how it looks at night. Should be good. But anyways, leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below, the comment section below. That's all I have for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out. Come on, man. How can you not love that? How? All right.
You okay? You need help?
No, I got it.
Okay. Can you take that? Look at you in your gear. Don't you look?
Hi, buddy.
Who's that? I only had 5 minutes to have him.
Look at them in real life.
Yeah, aren't they crazy?
So good. I love it.
Super bright.